It's Jordan. So today I have a story time video for you guys. I'm going to be telling you guys about the time that the cops had to come to my house. And this story is really embarrassing, and I know that when you call 911, they record the message, and I believe that they keep the recordings, so I'm pretty sure someone I'm pretty sure they still have this recording of me on the phone with this operator, and I feel like such a dick. But yeah, so this story was the time that the cops had to come to my house. This story happened, oh my gosh, I think this happened the first year of college. So I think I was 18 at the time. So my parents both worked full-time jobs, and my dad still works at his full-time job. So I was kind of home more alone by myself for the first time in a while because, you know, when I was in high school, I used to go to school and then come home, and then my parents would come home. But like now, because in college, you know, you can kind of set up days where you don't have to go to class, and, you know, you're just kind of more on your own and kind of not so like at a schedule. So I do like that about college, but at the same time, this was my first time kind of being like home alone a lot, if that makes sense. So, because I had all of my classes on 2 days of the week, and then the rest of the week I was home, so I had a lot of free time. And I also have no siblings, so you have to keep that in mind. I am an only child. So yes, this story takes place on a break. I had, you know, I believe not classes for a while, so I was sleeping in my bed, and this is the bed in the same setup as I had at the time. So I'm sleeping, and I'm literally like, it's probably like 10 o'clock, I would say, or like 11-ish. So it wasn't like super early, and it wasn't super late either. It was kind of like that midday. I don't know, some people would consider that super late, but I don't. Anyways, so I'm sleeping, and I hear this like bang, and I'm like, you know, like half asleep. I'm like, Libby? So no, that's my dog. She did not make that noise. And I'm like, okay, like that's weird. So I try to go back to bed, and I keep hearing like noises, and I'm like kind of one of those people, when I start to hear something, I'm just like, I work things up in my head. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm gonna get murdered because I watch way too much Criminal Minds and killing documentaries. So yeah, so I kind of like sat up, and I was like, what is that? And then I heard voices, and I heard people talking outside my house, and I was like, that's weird. Like, what, like why is there people outside my house? I don't know what's going on. And if you guys know, the window that is in front of me, I have blinds, and the blinds are closed, and I also have a curtain, and the curtain's black, so you really can't see through it if the blinds are down and the curtain's like closed. So I started hearing this banging on this window, like someone's trying to get in, and I also heard downstairs like banging on the window, like it sounded like people were trying to break into my house, like literally. And I heard voices talking, and I just again worked this up in my head. So I didn't imagine these things. Like, I heard these banging, I heard people like fiddling with the window, talking, and I couldn't hear exactly what they were saying, but I could just tell that they were men, and there was probably like 3 of them or 2, so because they were talking to each other. So I look like a hot mess. Like, I throw on a robe, I kind of like peek out the window, and I don't see anything. So I was like, okay, like that's weird. Like, there's no truck, there's no, like, how are they getting here? Like, that's weird. So I ended up calling my mom, and I'm like, Mom, like, is there supposed to be something going on today? Like, I'm hearing things, like there's people outside our house, like it sounds like they're trying to break in because they're banging on, you know, windows, and they're kind of like talking and, you know, banging on this back door, not the front door. They never rang the doorbell, so they weren't like coming to visit. They like were fiddling with the back door. So I'm like freaking out at this point because I'm home by myself. I'm 18, like, I don't know, I was freaked out, and I watch way too many crime documentaries, like, too many, so I call my mom, I'm, like, freaking out, I'm like, is there something going on today, like, what's happening, and she's like, oh my god, you need to call the cops. And my mom, like, I could tell from her voice, she, like, did not know what was going on, because she just, you know, was like, you need to call the cops. I'm gonna call your dad. He's gonna come home, like, now. Like, you need to call 911. Get off the phone with me. And I could tell my mom's voice, like, she was super serious, super worried. Like, I could tell, like, this was not, like, a joke. So that, when she acted like that got me, like, hysterical. I was, like, crying, and my baby self was just, like, I was a mess. I was in tears, so I, like, ran into the bathroom, and I locked the door, and my mom's like, just stay there, like, call 911, stay in the bathroom, like, stay in the tub, like, don't make a noise. And, so I get off the phone with her. My mom calls my dad calls me back and is like, I'm coming home, like, call 911 right now, like, I'm on my way home, like, I'll be there in a second. So I get off the phone with him, and I never called 911 before. That was, like, really scary for me, because, I don't know, like, you always think, like, oh, I can call 911 if I'm in trouble or whatever, but, like, I had to call 911, and it was just so weird. So I call 911, and the operator picks up, and she's like, oh, I need your address, blah, blah, blah. So I give her my address, and I'm, like, hysterical right now. I'm like, people are coming, like, they're trying to break in. Like, you need to call, like, cops need to be here. Like, I was such a bitch, I feel like. Like, I was, like, crying at the same time. She was like, calm down, like, what do you hear? Like, you know, like, trying to, like, calm me down, and I was just like, you need to get here, like, what are you talking about? Like, I literally snapped at her so hard, and I felt so bad, and I feel like she was kind of laughing at me, which made me mad, because I was like, why are you laughing right now? This is a serious situation, and, like, you have to just, I'm gonna put you into what I was wearing. I had an oversized t-shirt, and the front of it was a pumpkin, and it was orange, okay? Like, oversized orange t-shirt, and it had a pumpkin on it. And then my pants, because I was just, like, sleeping, like, I don't know, like, my pants were tie-dye. I think wait, these were the ones I was wearing, too. My pants are, like, tie-dye. Here, I'm going to show you guys, because these were the pants I was wearing, because I remember this distinctly, because they're, like, okay, these are the pants I was wearing, like, these pants. They're, like, tie-dye, and, like, they're kind of short on me, so they're not even, like, normal pants. They're, like, tie-dye and, like, fuzzy, and I had, like, an orange shirt on with, like, a pumpkin on the front. So that's what I'm wearing, by the way. And I have my robe on, too, because I got my robe, like, to go look out the window, and my robe is white with, like, pink and purple big polka dots, so, like, I looked, like, ridiculous. So I'm really scared, and I'm on the phone with the operator, and she's like, stay on the phone with me, the cops are gonna be there, don't worry. And the thing that should have, like, you know, just been like, Jordan, this can't be burglars, because your chief of police lives, like, 2 doors down from you. Like, they must be the stupidest burglars in the whole entire world if they're gonna come rob my house, where the chief of police lives 2 doors down. So, I'm an idiot. I'm, like, screaming on the phone at this poor operator, and she's, like, laughing at me, I can tell. And the cops finally show up, and my mom gets on the phone with me after I hung up with the operator, and she was like, oh my god. And I'm like, what, Mom? Like, like, where are I need to go talk to the cops, like, they're finally here, like, hopefully, like, everything's okay, like, I can, like, go run outside to them. And, like, my mom's like, they were cleaning the windows. I forgot to tell you. What? So I just called the police to my house and tell them that 3 men were trying to break in and murder me on the phone to this operator. And you're gonna tell me that you forgot to tell me that they were coming to clean the windows? So I had to walk outside with my pumpkin shirt, my polka dotted robe, no makeup on, hair looking crazy, my tie-dye pants, these pants, okay? And they're like floods, like they don't fit properly. Walk out, talk to these policemen and tell them, false alarm, they're here to clean my windows. And to top it all off, They were really sexy cops, and I like died of embarrassment, and they were like, that's okay, this happens more than you think, and they were really cool about it, but I knew in the back of my mind they were definitely laughing at me because this one guy, he was smiling at me and looking at my pants, and I was just like, yeah, you jealous, I know. But yeah, so yeah, my mom forgot to tell me that the window guys were coming to clean the windows, and that's what the noise was, and me working it up into my mind, and then my mom totally forgetting worked it up in her mind, and then thought like someone was actually trying to break in, and then this is just like, this is how this happened. Like, it literally just, like, we worked stuff up in our head, and so we just assumed the worst, and then I called the cops, and they got there, and they were like, so you guys clean the windows? And they're like, yeah, we're cleaning the windows, we're paid to do this. And it kind of sucked because the cops were really hot, and the window guys were really hot, and I'm out there with like my pants, and my pumpkin shirt, and my polka dotted robe with my hair looking all crazy, and no makeup on, and I'm just like, yeah, I know you guys want this. Oh, it was so embarrassing. My face must have been so red, because even talking about it, like, I'm embarrassed. So yeah, I had to call the cops because I thought the window cleaners were gonna break in and murder me, but they didn't. They didn't. They cleaned the windows very well, though. I do give them that. So yeah, that's my story about me calling the cops, and it was because the people were trying to clean my windows, and I'm an idiot. So yeah, I definitely would like to hear that recording of the 911 call because it's probably ridiculous. I'm crying and screaming, and they're just trying to clean the windows, bitch. Hold yourself together. But yeah, so that's it. Hopefully you guys like this video, and hopefully it's not too all over the place. I don't really know how to tell this story because this is just a ridiculous one. But yeah, let me know if you guys like these storytime videos, like this video if you would want another storytime video, and yeah, comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is PurelyGlamifiedXO. Shop my closet on Poshmark, which is just Purely Glamified, and I will see each and every one of your beautiful faces in my next video. Bye everyone.
The fire burns as the fear